talk about a horror film that is in theaters. To me, I put up my Halloween decorations in September. When I see the Spirit Halloween store open, I know it's Halloween season. When the pumpkin spice comes out, I can't wait. Universal Horror Nights is happening. It's now, it's first it was like a month-long celebration, October. Now it's like 2 months. And I'm all for it. I am all in on Halloween. So you're going to see us review and discuss and get a lot of horror film directors on our YouTube show in October. It Lives Inside is a small indie horror film. It's about a young girl in high school. Her name is Samida. She is sort of between cultures. She has her parents are very traditional Hindi parents trying to teach her the language. She's trying to be an American girl in high school. And you see her, there's this charming opening scene where she's self-conscious about having a hairy lip, and she's like shaving her arms so she's not so hairy. And she's just sort of dealing with being a young girl in high school. She just wants people to like her. Very relatable. She has a friend in her school who they've fallen out in terms of their friendship, and she's become a weirdo. This friend, they used to be friends. What's her character's name is Tamira, and they used to be friends. They're now no longer friends, and she just sort of got weird, and she can't figure out why she's weird. She's carrying around this mason jar filled with a black substance that can't really be identified. And we find out it's a monster. There is a tiny monster living in this mason jar that somehow then gets passed to Samida, who is now cursed with this spirit. And it's all based in East Indian mysticism and culture. And how does she release this spirit? And the spirit manifests with as sort of this smoky, first of all, smoky spirit. Later on in the film, you actually will get to see the entire creature. It's haunting. This is one of those movies that does a very good job of the jump scares, the what's lurking behind the corner or in the closet. And they have to perform a ritual to dispense with this creature. It's incredibly atmospheric. It's haunting. It's while it is maybe steeped in some cliches and whatnot, there's a boy that Samita likes, and there are cultural differences between the two, but they get along, and bad things happen. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say is bad things happen. But I really enjoyed this film. I like an atmospheric horror film. And when I do watch them at home, I have to watch horror films in complete darkness. It doesn't feel like a horror film. If I'm watching it at home, got to watch it with the drapes drawn. That is my recommended way. Like, crank the sound, drapes drawn. The only light is from the little blue light that surrounds the back of my TV, kind of give you a little perspective. But I really enjoyed this film. The director himself is also of Indian descent. It's Bishal Dutta, which I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly, so my apologies. And this movie is distributed by Neon. And to me, a lot of the best small indie movies are coming from Neon and A24. If you see their logo at the beginning of a film, it's usually something worth paying attention to. Not everything, but A24 did the film Talk to Me, which I thought was, I enjoyed Talk to Me much better than this. But what I liked was just a different take on this type of atmospheric horror film based on a demon spirit. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. Probably give it a 6.5 out of 10, and strong recommendation for it if you like horror films. But again, probably rating about a 6.5 out of 10. And also, the thing I love about it too, 90 minutes. 90 minutes. No, excuse me, hour and 40, but it didn't feel long at all. So there you go. Just a solid horror film worth your time. Let's see if we have chat comments and questions related to this.
The important question is it woke?
Yes.
Is it woke?
I, I'm so tired of that question, but no, it's just, I mean, look, there are a lot of horror films with female leads in peril. Okay, that is a genre unto itself. You know, start with Jamie Lee Curtis and the original Halloween, amongst many other movies. How about the original Night of the Living Dead? Barbara, they're coming to get you, Barbara. The 1968 George Romero Night of the Living Dead, black and white, shot on 16 millimeter. Women in peril, things that go bump in the night. What's in the closet or around the corner. I love that. This is the season. I probably like this movie a little bit better than I normally would, mainly because of the season. I'm ready for Halloween, and I love indie horror. So there you go. Raylo Normie says we need a wokometer movie measurement. I don't know if we need that, but it's
We
also
don't
like
need that.
this movie focuses on a young Indian girl in America trying sort of in between cultures, where she's aspiring to be more Americanized. She has a young white boy that she's interested in. She's not, and her parents want her to lean into her Hindu heritage when it comes to food and language. And I found that interesting. I think it's interesting. I mean, is a movie with all Italians in it, is that woke because it's Italians? Is a movie with only Greek people, mostly Greek people in it, is that woke? I mean, I don't know how you would. It's just,
I,
and to me, I like to get a glimpse into a culture I'm not familiar with. I mainly go for the food. The food is always of interest to me, but whatever.
yeah, to me, woke is about how preachy a film gets.
This movie's
You
not
know,
preachy at all. It
yeah,
just, there's nothing preachy. She is just a girl kind of she just the thing that makes it relatable is she's struggling to be liked. She's just struggling to be liked. But I didn't notice anything in the movie that would have sort of put off any alarm bells.
yeah.
But
To me,
I
it's like,
recommend it.
yeah. To me, it's like if a movie has to go out of its way to tell you you are evil or you are bad because you're a male or because of your race or because of your sexual orientation. If it has to go out of its way to shame you for that, to me, that's woke.